On this vote, the ayes are 218, the nays are 211, with one answering present. The resolution is adopted.
America is in what I can only call an autocorrect mode, where we are seeing the signs on a daily basis, day in, day out, that we are indeed healing as a nation. Now, Ilhan Omar has officially been removed from the Committee of Foreign Affairs. How she got the damn job, I have no idea. I mean, if you know about Ilhan, you know that this is an individual who has a deep disdain for America. She has a genuine hatred for what America represents and stands for. Even as somebody who is not from America, who has a place of power in America, she somehow views us as lesser than. But I digress. This is the real story. Good riddance. Goodbye. Thank God. Arrivederci. Okay? Ilhan, the Democratic platform has had you believe that individuals like yourself actually deserve the positions of power that you're in. You have been deluded into believing that this is what the American people want, is American hating as opposed to America first.
Nothing's going to happen to Ilhan Omar in Minnesota. That was in the comments a lot when we talk about her. Her winery went from 15,000 to 5 million with no website, no phone number, no address, no wine. She's now paying to have it removed off the internet, paying as much to have it removed off the Wayback Machine. And now today, for those of you who thought they were never going to be investigated, her husband's investment firm that supposedly helps people in 80 different countries, this is what they have said, not what I'm saying, has not one client, has not one investment that has ever been made to it. I'm telling you, it's hard to keep saying that there's a low IQ syndrome there because they were smart enough to do the fraud, do it for years, and really get a lot of money back. But when they try to hide their tracks, that's where they're just not really good at that part.
So a lot of people have been talking about the whole Somali fraud and everything, and you guys know that there are a lot of, Somalis who is actually in Congress and holding like a political, a political position, especially in Minnesota and otherwise. So now there's this particular news I'm seeing online, and I decided to share with you all. They are talking about how Ilhan Omar has been kicked out of Congress. Okay, so I think at this point I would say allegedly. Okay, so a lot of people are still shocked that she is still in Congress with all the things that is currently happening, with all the things that her community is doing, and nobody's talking. Like, people are really talking about it. Well, I'm going to let the rest of the videos roll, then I'll come back with more commentary. Credit belongs to original creators of these videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, drop your own take in the comment. Let's go watch, then I'll come back with more.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We've heard from my colleagues the reasons why the Representative Omar should be removed from this committee, but I feel like all the reasons have not just yet been stated, which is why I rise to add for the record. We've heard about the comments that were made regarding anti-Semitism and anti-Israeli views, but I rise to add to the record that as a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, I've sat there and heard the representative actually spew anti-American rhetoric as well. I've been in that committee room where the representative equates Israel and the United States to Hamas and the Taliban. Absolutely unacceptable for a member of that committee. I've also heard the representative equate that it is the United States' fault that there is turmoil in Venezuela. That is not because of the oppressive socialist and communism that is spread throughout Central and South America and Venezuela at the hands of the Maduro and Hugo Chavez regimes. That is unacceptable. And as a New York representative, to hear the representative belittle, to try to diminish the worst terrorist attack on United States soil on September 11, 2001, as some people did something, that is unacceptable as well. And I hold the same standard for this side of the aisle that I do the other, because when another colleague on my side said something about 9/11, I also voted to have her removed from the Education Committee because I thought that was inappropriate. So I'm being consistent here, and I hope my colleagues will do the same to show that this is about consistency and accountability, because we should not have an individual with those views on the committee that is tasked with representing our country and our Congress to foreign nations.
Look, I don't much get into politics because they all phony, they all corrupt, they all fake. But what I will say is, with all this buzz is going around about Minnesota and Ilhan Omar and her not having any real loyalty to America and whatever. I guess what I don't understand is why, if you're a woman that's from a country that does not appreciate womanhood at all, you have no rights there as a woman, you have no power as a woman, you cannot ever hold any sort of political any type of political position within the nation that you're from. Why would you not have more appreciation for America? Like, you're given the opportunity here. You were given the opportunity to become empowered, to have a political position. You were given the opportunity to be voted into office after being in debt, what, $50,000 in debt, and then now you're a multimillionaire. Like, what other country can you go to and get an opportunity like that? You damn sure can't go to yours and get like that. And I'm not trying to slight nobody. You know, like I'm really not trying to get into this political debate shit. I really don't want to get into this. I don't want to get political. But my thing is, if you a woman and you from a country where you are not appreciated, you are not loved, you are not valued unless you got a baby in your stomach, I would think that you might have more appreciation for the country that's actually giving you an opportunity to live a thriving and fruitful life as a human being and not as a baby making incubator. That's all.
Seriously, okay, I saw some of these videos, okay, online. So I went down the rabbit hole to really be sure that she has been removed. And I think there's not really been a news that carried this particular information. But a lot of people have been talking about how they want her removed. So many people are wondering, why is she still in Congress? Why hasn't she gone out? Why are they still leaving her? Why is it that till now nobody has been arrested? Which I'm not sure if anybody has been arrested or not, right? I don't know about that, because with everything that, has been flying around since last year, with the videos of Nick Shelley, sharing about what is happening in Minnesota, the ICE raids in Minnesota, like everything has been happening with some of the businesses that's supposed to be operating and helping, the younger generation and the people who have nothing, feeding the nations and all of that. All of a sudden, those businesses are nowhere to be found, right? So now people are asking, where then did the tax dollar go to? Where then did the money go to? All the money that was given to these people, who did they give it to, right? So people are just wondering and asking all of these questions. And it's really amazing how, that some of these people see nothing wrong with these questions. People deserve accountability. People deserve to know. And she is one of their top leaders. And she also, deserve to give people this, and even if she's not a part of whatever thing that have played out, at least try to ask your community members, find out what is happening. Where did all of this go to? If nothing happened, bring that record and say, okay, for this long and this long, this community have received this amount, or this particular business have received this amount, and this is what we have been able to use it to do. We have fed these people who have so many number of people in this particular learning center and daycare and everything. But till now, nobody is showing accountability. That's the problem. That's why everyone is so confused and asking questions. And it's as if the questions that Americans are asking is not important. Instead, we have the Somalis everywhere on the internet, saying that, Somali was given to them 30,000 years ago. I mean, how many years ago? None of them is coming out to say the right thing that people really want to hear. People don't care if Minnesota was given to you 3,000 years ago. People don't really care. Okay? What people want to know is where their tax dollar has been going to and what it has been used for, right? You said you needed to, to fund a daycare and all of that. How many children do you have? Can we see the children? Can we see that truly you have numbers of children that you claim to have in your daycare? All of those things are questions that people are asking that it seems as if people are just talking. No, that's not what it is. Americans deserve, you to be accountable to them, because their tax dollars is what was used to fund all of this. And for Ilhan Omar, people are just shocked because the way she rose financially, rose from a particular number to the next. People are asking questions, for someone who works with the government, right? Anyway, her business, maybe she has other businesses she's doing. I don't know if government people are allowed to do other business. Definitely they should, right? So I don't know if she has other businesses that she's doing that gives her money, that raised her finances and all of that, which is okay, right? But people just deserve accountability, and I don't think it's a bad thing to ask at this time, right? Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Credit belongs to original creators of these videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and drop your one take in the comments. I look forward to seeing you all on my next. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Okay, see you all on my next video. Bye, guys.